A last-gasp goal from Joseph Wilkes sealed a dramatic 1-0 victory for Ramsville Superstars over Esgrave Newtown United on Saturday night in the SKNFA Premier League at the Warner Park. The match seemed poised to end 0-0 as both teams battled but failed to find the back of the net. But when a ball was booted into the 18-yard box late on and Newtown defenders failed to clear their lines, Wilkes emerged and rocketed a shot into the roof of the net in the 4th minute of stoppage time, sending his teammates into a wild celebration. Coach Leroy Liebert of Village spoke about the elation of that last-minute win and the effort they gave in the second half to change the direction of the game.
We made a few adjustments. We moved a few players in, around in different positions that we thought served our objective well. And it was a keenly contested game. Newtown, there wasn't much difference between both teams. I thought Newtown played a much better first half. We played a much better second half. And we were fortunate in some instances. And in the end, we were good enough to get a 1-0 victory.
For coach Earl Jones of Newtown, he was obviously disappointed with the loss, but was heartened by his team's performance.
Well, for you might say it's a loss, but for me, I think we won. The result of the game was not, you could say, it's not, you could see clearly that the game was favouring us. But that's how the game goes. Who scored the most goals win. That's about it.
The commentators were saying even during the game.
This is the second match under Coach Jones since his return to the club, and some commentators suggest that the team has improved in performance since. Coach Jones said all he did was motivated the players to perform better.
Well, I wouldn't say I do much differently. I just put a little more energy in the guys. I mean, the guys, you could see technically we're a really good team, but I believe some of us, we still got to work the mental part of the game, and I could see it's a mental lapse out there tonight, and that's how we go sometimes. I mean, it's tough. It's tough for me, I must say. I'm coming right in the midst of it. But we're down tonight, but we are not out.
In Saturday night's other match, Saul Allen Auto Supply's Connery FC drew 1-1 with MFCR United Old Road Jets. The goal from Old Road came in the 9th minute, but just before halftime, Sylvester Keynes equalized in the 45th minute. Old Road struggled all night with injuries, with some of their top players being substituted due to injuries. One such player is Tiquani Williams, the league's leading scorer, who was subbed off early in the first half. Coach Lester Morris comments after the match.
First half, I must say that my team there basically was sticking to the game plan, basically just trying to get forward, get into the box and looking for the shots, and that I thought we was equal to it. That is how we got our first goal. I thought after we got our first goal, we tend to sit back a bit too much rather than continuing what we were doing earlier clock and driving the offense, pushing towards them. And I think after a while, as you can see, the injuries really started getting to us, and because of that we had to make a lot of substitutions, put guys in some unusual positions, and that is what basically may have made some of the differences tonight.
For Connery Club President Delwyn Delaney, the match was a tough one, but they prevailed.
We thought that we could have gotten that equalizer a bit earlier. That might have given us a little momentum going into getting our second goal, but because we had that break, that halftime break, that would have probably allowed Old Road to regroup a bit, so that's why we couldn't really push for that second goal, and then we had to jump start again at the start of the second half. But nonetheless, a very hard-fought game. Both of us are fairly close in the tables, and it showed tonight. Old Road played a good game. They had some unfortunate injuries. I hope the guys, I wish them well and a speedy recovery. But nonetheless, I think we would have not played our best game, and we definitely have to go back on the training pitch and work on some things.
All the Premier League matches on the weekend were broadcast on the SKNFA Facebook page and at the website www.sknfa.com.